What up? What up? What up? We are here, Wolf Trading,
Bro, that
live
music in the
stream.
beginning is interesting. It's ominous. It's like
Yeah.
he's like,
Uh,
yeah.
I was like, is this New World stuff? Where the frick
I
are we
know.
going
Are
here?
we like?
It's for the
It's like
for
at
the
the start of a
Bears.
movie. It's for the bear.
The Bears are dead. Brent was giving us a nice countdown over here. Boom, there we are. What's up,
Let's
everyone?
go, baby.
Welcome in, welcome in. We're doing a little afternoon live stream today. We know you guys love the live streams. I think honestly we love the live streams. So it's just kind of a I don't know, match made in heaven, I guess if you want to put it that way. I see a lot of you guys jumping in the chat. What's up, Tommy? What's up, Victor? I see you guys popping in here. Let me get a screen share going over here. We'll start talking some markets. We got options Mike with us in here. We've got Rizzo in here. Some others that are going to stop by here in a little bit as well. And we'll see what's going on. Let me throw my screen up here. Let me reshare my screen because I had to restart. There we go. And I I almost use this as an excuse. Really, I was just trying to get my AirPods connected, but new all-time high on SPX. The S&P has officially made a new all-time high. So has SPY right there. You see it by just a few pennies. And here we are. We'll trend up day overall. But I don't want to hog the mic getting started here. So start tossing it around and then we'll kind of just do some market analysis, talk some trading, see what's going on. But Jordan, I'll let you pop in here for a second. I don't know if you've done much today, this morning. I had that one short on spaces this morning, and then I kind of backed away from this. Once this happened, I said, no.
I've been
I'm good.
kicking back, letting the market do its market thing, and sitting happy with my long term. I haven't been day trading, to be honest. So
Yeah, once we
it's been
got
a
over
ripper.
this, once we got over this right here, because I was short here. This is my level that I've had for a while. Took it back down, pretty nice trade. Then once it got back above that, well, I wasn't going to chase the breakout. And then it really, I mean, you had an EMA 9, but it really hasn't given me a good chance to get in. But new all-time highs here. We got there on QQQ and the NASDAQ. I don't know. We're like right there. We are 40 cents away. Options Mike, what's up? What have you been trading today?
Yo. I came in heavy Apple calls into today. I was in October 260s and November 265. So I was a very happy camper on that open in that first 20-minute push. Dumped all my Octobers, sold, ended up selling all my Novembers, then bought back into the November 265 calls and the lows. So holding a few of those, traded some AMD calls today. Didn't make a lot on that. It's been a tough trader. And I'm sitting in some coin calls looking at that big ass gap that it has ahead of it here that it went up and kissed here on the highs with Bitcoin starting to go and hoping maybe it can get back into there. So I'm not
I
heavy.
really like this coin.
I do too. The problem is the options are so expensive that I don't go big size on that one. It's just, and you don't need it. It'll move 20, 30 bucks a day when it really moves. So you don't have to have size.
This thing gets going, which it did break the little downtrend, little mini downtrend it had here. Yeah, I've got some fibs just drawn this 250, which where it's rejected before equal highs. And then we have that gap that you're talking about that I really think if we can get a close above 350, you're going to get a quick brief move to that 368, 370, maybe even up to 378.
I think it can get all the way up to there. I really do. I don't see much between here and there to get in its way.
As bad as crypto looked the other day, it's turned around massively.
And that's just this market right now. Everything just seems to be a head fake to the downside of this market, right? Let's screw it, everybody. Let's break them out of their positions. Let's look weak, and then let's rip it right back to the upside in a day, right? All the weakness of a week or two, and a day later, it's all the way back to above where it was. It's just how we're trading. And look at this move on Tesla today, which I did not trade, running up here ahead of those delivery numbers tomorrow morning.
Yep, and we know the delivery numbers are going to be good. I think a lot of people saw how many people were trying to get that tax credit. I wonder how much of it's going to be baked in, but I mean, the chart itself is just. I wouldn't be surprised to see a couple of these names catch up and make all-time highs here. So we have Tesla's on the way, Apple's like right there too.
Yep, it's just a move. Look at this move on Lilly. My room is sitting there shouting at me. Look at the move on Lilly.
Yeah, I mean, it's one thing to get an explosive day, but 2 in a row, and you don't even think about the 200-day moving average, and then that's a big downtrend break too.
It's nuts.
That is nuts. At this point, Mike, if I hear Trump say a company's name in any halfway positive light, I just feel
I
like
think
you
Will
just buy
Financial is
calls.
the best out there. We should. I'm going to take a. United States government's going to take a piece of it. We're going to take a stake in Will Financial.
Yes. Yes.
Hey, we'll give him 10% if he wants it.
That would be so funny.
But yeah, I mean, this market's just so strong. I mean, it's just we all want to pull back, and this you can't even get below the 21-day. It's nauseating at this point. And it just is what it is, and you won't get this market to get a pullback unless we get some news that just takes everybody by surprise, or you finally get that, like, everybody just capitulates and chases, and you get that big 2 or 3 day move up, and then there's no buyers left at that point, right? Everybody's finally in, and that's when you finally get it. But
Every time we start to get a little pullback, it just immediately the dip gets bought again. I mean, you mentioned the 21, that's the yellow line on here. The green line is a 20 simple, so it's kind of the same thing you see like right there here. But look, this candle closed below it. This really closed on it. But other
on
than
my
that,
chart, I used a 21, one close below it since April, and that was on August 1st. Right there.
Yeah, right there. Oops,
the others
right
were
there.
right on or close enough. I mean, I don't a penny or two.
Yeah,
in
this
either
is close
direction.
enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
like this one. This was close enough. This one, I mean,
Yep,
grab
same
down
thing.
under it, close enough. Same
Yeah,
thing. And then the next day, confirmation. Look at that. Next day, the yellow line right there, 21 EMA, right there. Boom. Double bottom FOMC and 21 right there. Boom. Bought up. Reclaim the 9 is the blue. Reclaim that. Same thing. QQQ. Very similar look. I mean, couldn't even get to it. That's what's crazy to me. And then look, yesterday, there's the EMA9 reclaiming.
I don't think new traders realize just how stupid, strong, and obnoxious this market is at this point.
I mean, I haven't been trading as long as you, but even the times I have been trading in these strong markets, I've never seen anything this strong. And I've gone back historically, and there's very, very few times where it was this just strong of a market.
Yeah, it's obnoxious at this point. It is just obnoxious.
Well, there we have new all-time highs. I saw Casey Trades joined us here. We'll say hi to Everly, everyone. Sun's out, guns out, KC. I like it.
Say hi.
Yeah, we got.
Hi.
There she is.
Tell them what you're eating. What are you eating?
Humble and dirty.
No. You had that earlier. Tell them you're having Chick-fil-A.
Ooh, Chick-fil-A. I wish they were public. I think I would invest. Even though I'm not like a huge fan of it for like the food, the business is so good. All right, I see you guys in the chat. First thing that popped up, somebody was looking at HP. Mike, you ever trade HP? Or it's HPQ actually, sorry. Hewlett Packard.
on occasion. I haven't traded in forever. I mean,
I haven't looked at it in forever.
it's it should be doing better than it is. It's another, like Dell or SMCI. It's a lesser version of them. But I mean, to me, this is, I remember that was, HP back, 20 years ago, maybe even more, was, they were one of the best names in servers and in PCs, and they're just not anymore. So I don't know. I kind of think of them as just not a great company. I'd rather be in Dell, to be honest with you.
Yeah, we were talking about Dell earlier. I really like Dell. I think Dell's chart looks fantastic. I have equity position in Dell anyway, but the chart looks fantastic. It looks like, I mean, if we do clear this 150, 148 area, I just think you're headed up here. There's a gap from way back here whenever things really got going for Dell, up to like 170-ish. You could call it 165 if you're picky. But I think if you get through 150, it's an explosive move. And
Yeah,
it's
I mean, again, I would write that. And a lot of people like SMCI. I don't like the company. I mean, I know it's breaking into this big gap here today, but they're such a bad company, managed company. They make a great product, and let me differentiate between the two. They make a great server, but they're horribly managed, constantly having problems with the SEC and just stupid stuff. Until you get that husband-wife tandem out of there, I think you're stuck with a company that's going to constantly be getting in trouble, even though they have a great product.
Yeah, we got a little shout out to KC here, making money while on dad duty. There he is. Yeah, SMCI, we talked about this earlier. Like, if I'm gonna be long servers, I'm gonna be long Dell. SMCI just has too many like brain clouds over it. If you want to use that illustration, I can't get excited about SMCI with all the stuff. I mean, you mentioned part of it there. Obviously, like we know the accounting stuff that went on.
And it's still going on.
Still ongoing, I guess would be the
Ongoing,
correct
they
term
just
I should
brought up more
use.
problems again. What, a month ago or so, that they have another problem again. I'm like,
Exactly.
how do you do this?
Exactly. You mentioned you were heavy in Apple earlier. Apple is interesting. There's that all-time high at 260. We wicked up there real close. What was it, just $1.50 away?
Yeah, I had over 30 calls on it going into this morning, and I was right across the board on them, and I got up real nicely on it, and then killed the October ones because they were 2 weeks away. Took nice profit on them. Then the November ones trimmed it to the highs, and then it stopped me out as it came back down too, and took me out. Came down today, but they just don't want to let it go. It's just annoying. But you would think they would let it go at this point and get that all-time high, but I don't know. So I bought back in a little bit. Not big, any big size here.
You're consolidating above previous day high, so
Yep.
Nothing wrong with that. Microsoft's made a hell of a recovery today, taking out yesterday's high just now. Microsoft's starting to look good. There's a 15-minute chart view of that.
Remember Tesla?
Jordy.
We get delivery numbers tomorrow morning. We had horrible.
How's the no caffeine treating you? Horrible. But I'm doing better than I was yesterday. But rough. All right.
Die with no caffeine. You were saying something about Tesla there, the delivery numbers. So we expect those a couple hours before the market opens tomorrow.
Typically, they give them between 9 and 9:30. They're late, typically.
Oh, they're later. Okay. So before market opens.
Yeah. The other thing is you had a horrific ADP jobs number today. It was negative 32,000. The market initially dipped and no, it's okay. Come on. Everything's good news in this market. That okay. Well, the Fed will cut rates, but if the Fed's cutting rates, that means the economy's not doing well. But it's okay.
That's what they tell me.
Anyway. So, yeah. Here, Microsoft, Amazon popping up, Google pushing back up.
That's I was kind of going through the list there. There's Google, new high of day. You mentioned Amazon. Amazon, it's like in this weird in-between place on the daily. The 200 days right below us at 215. But if you look left at this like 220, 218 to 220 area, maybe 217, it's a really interesting spot. And it's like this like double bottom now. Yeah.
I still own stock. I would be a buyer back on the 200-day. I don't think there's anything wrong. They're getting beaten up off of Oracle. Ever since Oracle had their report, they've been selling Amazon, thinking that money's moving from Amazon to Oracle. And I think that is a horrible hypothesis because
It's yeah, I agree. It's like it's this bad like okay, this somebody's winning, so this person has to be losing. They think about AWS. I don't think
right.
AWS is going to be losing to anyone. I mean, there's enough for both to exist very successfully, in my opinion.
Most of those contracts that Oracle was telling about, they were cheap margin and overflow contracts, right? Maybe they see the money, maybe they don't. We're going to sign a contract with you in case we need extra surplus demand.
So I'll comment here on the daily candle for NQ. Your daily candles on NQ and ES look a little bit differently, obviously, because it trades more hours. But well, you look at this. This is a beautiful looking setup. So you have this kind of these daily areas down here. You see the same like wick into that last night, and then this is a huge wick, and I mean it's turning into a hammer. You see the cop. That's a beautiful look on that. And if you just go to the NDX, which is just the underlying, it's a little bit cleaner. Huge basically an engulfing candle here. We're definitely engulfing this day. That's a good looking candle. SPX, as I was saying yesterday, it bullish engulfed. Today back test. Look at that daily 9 EMA to the tick basically. Also yesterday's open and big push, new all-time high. On the S&P, market doesn't care about the shutdown.
Damn, ES all-time high. I just ticked it.
So I wonder how many
Whoa.
live streams I can be on at once here before I lose my mind.
Amp, I should have held that ES long a little bit longer, eh? That freaking
Why did I...
that SPY 21 was a hell of a bounce.
Dude, it hit it. Yeah, so on ES right here, it hit it.
That's where
I was looking for like this right here, like 920, 927-ish. I was like, okay, please come down here in this area and give me an entry, like right here. And it just couldn't come down there on NQ. If I should have bought ES though.
Also, Pepsi new high a day over 142. Let's go. And I'm still long Walmart as well.
Pepsi still doing the back and forth thing.
Yep, it's at
200-day rejection.
top of the range
Bounce,
right now.
200-day rejection. Is it going to hit 200-day and reject again? I don't know. But this like 140 is like a brick wall for the buyers. It's like just holding it for sellers, whichever way you want to look at that. Why does this symbol not exist anymore? Interesting.
I don't mind trying 950s. A little bit of some small size.
Brent, this is an underrated comment. The daily 9 EMA is a gold mine in a raging bull market, 1,000%. That is a very, very smart comment right there. If you're a newer trader, even if you've been trading for a while, I mean, sometimes you overcomplicate things. Like that's something to just think about. What's the daily 9 doing in a strong uptrend market like this one's been? Just think if you took a shot every time it was at the daily 9, you'd probably have a 85% win rate over the last 3 months. Might be time for EMPH. I don't know if any of you guys have thoughts on solar. I'm ENPH, not EM.
Well, I'm already long at 32s.
You're long EMPH 32?
Mm-hmm. It's slow.
I mean, you talk about something that's just been crushed. But here's the good news from the chart side of things. This 50-day moving average is this orange right here. And if you look at how many times this thing's rejected it, it's actually insane. EMA 50. I mean, I'm sorry, SMA 50. 50 simple. And then now look, I know it's kind of chopping around it, but it's trying to flip it. trying to flip it right there. After being under it for so long, this is a decent look for a reversal. I think especially if you're in equity or longer term calls, you probably could get a nice little swing trade if this does confirm here.
Personally, FSLR.
Yeah, if you're gonna go, so best in breed, probably FSLR. They're more, I think, aren't they more in the administration's kind of good side? But the chart, I mean, look at this chart compared to what I just showed on EMPH. This chart looks so much better. This is a strong uptrend. This is one of those you buy the 9 or 21 EMA and look how well that's done for you over the back overall, your 50 days pushed up, your 200 days flattening out now. That's a better look. Now, I could see the argument on the risk reward side, like people are looking for EMPH to play a catch up game versus longing up here. But FSLR is definitely probably the. Would you say they're the bellwether in that basket options, Mike, in the solar basket? I think they're kind of best in breed over there, at least in recent times.
I mean, I think First Solar is best in breed. I'm not a big solar trader. I very rarely trade these anymore. I don't know what the catalyst here is with the administration saying, wind and solar sucks. We shouldn't be doing anything with it. Taking away subsidies. I just don't like the sector. It'll have its day here and there, but I think right now, until there's a change in policy, it's a tough sector to want to be in.
Victor's talking about D-Pro here, Dragonfly. So
right.
Stock Talk's been all over this name recently. We talked about it on the stream the other day, and I talked about, when you get kind of a breakout and then you start trending up, the EMA9. I mean, I just changed the title of the stream to EMA9 at this point because look at this. Look at all these holds of the EMA9 right here. All of these holds, and then you get the news or the catalyst, you break out, and I know Victor was all over that. So shout out to him. Shout out to Stock Talk. Options, Mike. Did you say you had some?
No, I don't have any of that one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't. We were joking. Stock Talk was texting us saying, "Hey, I'm going to go over D-Pro today," and it like corrected it. So it was like the Pedro stock. That's what we started calling it, Pedro.
Speaking of Pedro.
Oh yeah, Brent. Sorry, options might go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was just speaking of the 9 EMA. That's literally what I was using to stay in my positions on Tesla last year. Just trading options, just riding the 9 the whole way up.
Speaking of Pedro, Musk now. I'm canceling Netflix, and everybody should cancel Netflix. I mean, he was being so good for a while. He was so quiet for a while. Now he needs to be talking again about everybody else. I mean,
yeah.
You notice your stock goes up when you shut up.
He can't handle it.
No,
he can't rein himself in. True Social. Oh, nothing. What I'm talking about. You got any trades you're watching this afternoon? Options, Mike?
I'm just sitting in some Apple, some small Apple, and some small coin here, and honestly, I don't want to chase some of these moves. I'm interested in Tesla, but not until I see their delivery numbers tomorrow. Microsoft is starting to look perky and good. Trying to break to the upside here, not quite out of the range yet, so keeping an eye on that one. I think it's just, you either have a position at this point today or you're not chasing into here, and we see how this next couple of days play out. But we're heading into a bullish week. I mean, this is usually the start of the bullish time of year in the market. So, and we're certainly getting that today with the old adage. We talked about this a couple times on Spaces. Sell Rosh Hashanah, buy Yom Kippur. Yom Kippur is tonight. Guess what? Look at this. We're starting to run right in through it.
Yeah, you see this comment from Maria. We've talked about it multiple times on Spaces and on here.
Yep.
Maria's all over it. Yom Kippur, buy a day before.
The market is, the market likes to do the same thing over and over again until it doesn't work.
You can take a trim on these Pepsi calls right here at the top.
PepsiCo.
Walmart has got some volume as well.
Poor Walmart.
Oh yeah, Tesla's running. Let her cook.
Taiwan Semi's moving. I need Crocs to get going again.
All right, filled on Pepsi. Took a trim.
I didn't trade it today, but my room was all over Micron. Look at this move to all-time highs.
Yeah. It's consolidating up here too on the 15. Micron. This is a name, options like we always have those names where it's just like you just can't figure out how to time them. Uber did this to me for a long time, and I finally figured it out. Google does this to me a lot. Micron's been one of those for me. There's the previous all-time high. All this stuff that's drawn on here is from one of our previous streams.
So, I used to trade AMD religiously and be very good with it. Lately, that thing has just been a tough trader. I'm not sure what's happening there, but it constantly
It's in a different rhythm. It's in a different rhythm now. So, like we talked about Micron, I drew this previous all-time high, this dashed line, and you see we consolidated, we broke out, we came back, held right on there. There's the EMA 9, never really let go. So even though we were under the EMA 9 here, you see how we kind of never like let go and pushed away from it? That's another thing I look for. So like, a simplistic view, if it's just getting bought up above the EMA 9, but sometimes like, yeah, you get below it a little bit, you close below it, but you see how it like came back and was testing it, and it just never really like pushed away. It back tested it, gapped above it, and then really went 7%. Did they have some news today on that?
None that I've seen. Nothing that would account for it.
Yeah, all the news headlines I saw were negative.
Yep.
Dumb. Mega Tesla bull in my long term, but I've never played it short term options. I should, but I don't know. That Tesla's an interesting one. Tesla's got its own dance step to it as well. And Options Mike crushes Tesla pretty often, and I think you would agree with that, Mike, that it's got this kind of like really trendy, like intraday trendy type of attitude to it. And you just never know which one it's going to do sometimes. But if you have your levels marked out pretty nicely, it can really get going. We hit this one on Friday really on the stream.
Levels. It really is. But it's breaking out here, and again, it's you got to know when to trade. Like tomorrow, I'll be looking to trade it aggressively after that delivery number, whatever it is. Because I think if it's really good, it could try to make a run for that all-time high at 488 area. And if it's bad, you might actually get a dip on the name again, finally.
Tesla 460. Yep, I see you guys in the chat. You guys trading this in the chat? We can keep an eye on Tesla here pretty
I just have
closely.
2x leveraged.
Oh, that's right, dude. I forgot you bought those the other day. Or no, you added to them or something.
I like got out and then got back
added.
in, and yeah.
There you go.
I've been trading in and out of them a little bit.
So I am still watching. We haven't touched the 21. So like for you intraday traders, especially futures traders, the yellow 21 EMA, first touch of it is almost always a buy. Yes, we talked about this with KC a little bit ago. You got a nice opportunity there. I was watching in queue. We just never got it. But when you haven't touched the 21 EMA since 10 a.m., usually the first touch of it is a buy, at least back. Like you can at least scalp a buy there if you're a scalping type of trader. Or if you're just looking to get in on the trend, that's one of the best places. Trend days like this usually close at the highs. That's what we always say. If you're not in, it's tough to buy up here, but trying to short this, I think, is a very dangerous game to play. But do you want to long right into the psychological level, 25K on NQ? Tough call. I think you probably, if you held a gun to me, I would buy it somewhere within this trend. I'd like my odds better that way. Microsoft, another new high of day.
Damn, I'm trying to get into the 50s. Like, give me 955, 945.
Oh, I think you get that pretty easily. That's your IB extension 60. Your previous all-time high is 27.
I'll be back, boys.
I'll be back.
Walmart's looking good here.
Is it looking dangerous? Because that's Brent's middle name here. So Walmart, I mentioned this on Spaces earlier. Walmart, look at the 50-day moving average right here. Boom. $50-day moving average. Kind of a back test of this high as well, but
Where's your
more interested in
where's
this.
your 200 on the 4 hour?
Probably very similar. Just below it. See that?
Yeah, and you see that support over there to the left? Right there.
Yeah.
So that support zone right there lines up perfectly almost with my 200. I have a spot just right across there on Walmart, and it lined up on the 4 hour. And I got a good buy off of it this morning at like 10:40 a.m. Eastern. And yeah.
Just look at this right here on the daily. This is the 50-day.
Right?
That's the 50-day right there.
That's
insane.
Let me go check where these calls are at. They bought them at, so I called up the flow earlier on those 103s, and I took 103s, but I took some with a little bit more time. I'm green right now, not green enough for me to start taking trends, but the ones for 1010, the flow came in on those at 60. When I saw them, they were at 70. Now they're at 80. So they're pushing. But I took 103s for an extra week down there.
Yeah, I still like by October expiration, the 17th. I think Walmart can get a new all-time high.
Yeah, the ones I took down there were the 103s for 1017. So we'll see if big spot's going to be 102 to 102.3, and then after that, closer to that 103 target if it goes.
But in Q, you have this like consolidation. Let's see, I can delete this off here. You have this consolidation box here, right at that 25K area. And that's kind of what we're tapping into here.
Hey, I'm not sure how true this is, but someone said there was an announcement on Walmart saying they're eliminating 1,000 products with artificial food dyes. They said that
Sounds made up.
They said that came out earlier.
I was out pre-market.
That was a pre-market?
Yep.
So I guess that could be the reason potentially for that opening dip. That was the reaction off of it, and it came straight down to that support.
I think it was just in general because Costco got smoked at the open today too. Costco looked so good yesterday.
It closed yesterday too. It had a really nice run up, and I played it, but then it sold off.
It looked so good, and then it got pushed back down into the close, and then today just. Ugh.
I alerted those SMCI calls earlier, just those lottos, those 1017 55s. They're green up here, pushing about 15%. Nothing crazy, but new high day. Would like to see continuation there.
If any flows coming in here. Netflix. Did he tweet cancel Netflix again? Is Elon tweeting again on this? Yeah, he did 30 seconds ago. Elon just tweeted cancel Netflix. You have the White House talking right now. Caroline Leavitt. It's all shut down. Yeah, blame Democrats, other side of the aisle. So we get any like real headlines out of there, I'll let you guys know. $17.38. Look, Casey, pro fast all over it. What other tickers are you guys in the chat watching and trading today? We'll take a look at any of them. I was pulling up the flow. Oh, some app loving flow. Remember this BE, Casey?
Yeah, Bloom Energy. I mean, even last week was getting hit some crazy call flow, and it was still getting hit earlier this week as well.
Yeah, I think these were on the bid, so these are probably sold. It was a
All
sweep
right.
though.
Pepsi's coming up to that lower high trend line on the higher time frame right here. Again, this is a resistance spot up here. Calls are still popping, just made another new high, but don't be too greedy, because if it wants to get slapped and come back into the range, this is where they would do it. So I did take that trim up here. That's the reason why. But essentially over this area here on a larger time frame would be very, very good. What I'm looking for.
For those of you that don't know, if you're in the chat or you're watching the stream, either one, this is Options Mike right here that's hanging out with us today. He's on a lot of our spaces. You guys probably heard him before, but just make sure you know who's talking to you. Make sure you go follow him. Mr. Options Mike. I'm sure you guys know KC Trades, of course. Make sure you're following KC Trades as well. Options Mike. I love how you got that handle. The Options Mike.
Honestly, it kind of just fell into me. So, but yeah, I've had it for forever now. So it's like, I don't know, 10, 15 years, something like that. I remember I first came on here.
Ooh, MSTR, look at this. Whoa.
Yeah, crypto's still a tough trade.
I think it is too. Like when I look at, so if MSTR has just been it's just a tough look in general. This is not a good look on the daily right now. We still got some time left, but I look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin kind of wicked into these highs, but if you look at this huge consolidation back here from July, I mean the whole month of July, the whole back half of the month at least, you've spent like 15 days right here. And you draw that straight across, it's just kind of tapping right back into that same thing. I mean, if you drew a box around it, I'm sure it doesn't look super great, honestly.
All right, guys, it's been a pleasure. I got to jump off, run a quick errand, and take the dog out, and I'll catch you guys on Spaces at 3 o'clock.
Yeah, sounds good. Appreciate you joining us, Options Mike.
Thanks for having me. Catch you guys later.
Oh my, it's still 11 o'clock.
Yeah, it is still early.
A lot of daylight left. We're not going to get a quick pullback, are we? He's asking for like 20 points. get some NDXs on, but
Are we doing end of day SPX push like yesterday? I
Hopefully.
don't. Yesterday was a special case. Like, hopefully it happens, but yesterday was a special case. What you really want to see is this. So you had this like double top on the daily at 6,700 on SPX. You just want to see that turn into support right here. Just draw it like right there.
I took a trim
So-
on SMCI 55s here, just a little small. Still waiting for a little bit more on Walmart here. It's getting there, but I'll take my first trim there here soon.
Meta is ruining my life. So Meta's had some. He's got a nice little bottom wick on it down here. Interesting. So Meta's got this bad narrative that what OpenAI is going to start a social media app, kind of like TikTok, kind of like Instagram. So, but it's been down like how many days in a row? After a huge run, I wouldn't be surprised to see it bounce back a little bit. But that is tough. ASTS Space Mobile. They had some positive news. The chart actually looks pretty decent. I'm super bullish space, but the valuation of these pre-rev companies is tough. Rocket Lab is also the other one that they're different but similar. What is this? MTZ? Oh wow. I don't know anything about MTZ. $17 billion market cap. Look at that. That's a heck of a chart right there. Nice consolidation here, and all the EMAs consolidated, and then the big breakout and the move. That's a beautiful look. What are we thinking on Hood? Hood's a tough one. I mean, what do you do? What do you do with Hood? 2 huge days on those numbers that came out in the prediction markets, and then an inside bar right here. When you get into this new all-time high, extended on every metric, what do you do other than take some profit and let runners run?